Hi, my name is Alexandria. I am doing a persuasive speech on marijuana and its legalities. Um, so, have you ever felt like maybe God placed marijuana on this earth to heal and not be sold? Much like big pharma, marijuana can create a large revenue if it was completely legalized and decriminalized. Marijuana has been slowly creeping up from its federal classification to becoming not only recreational but medicinal. As many people may know, marijuana has been used to prevent nausea, cramps, tumors are minimized, and as well as relaxing the mind and body when used in appropriate amounts. According to the DEA, there have been no overdose deaths related to marijuana. As we all know, marijuana is deemed a federal Class I drug. It is listed as a drug with potential for abuse, but with proper research and acceptance of the profits from marijuana will be astronomical. To truly understand the fight behind marijuana, one would need to actually have a slight interest in its use, but uh, one would actually have to have a slight interest in its use, how to grow it, and what your own stance is on the God given plant. So let's begin by learning a little bit about the history of what it is to be familiar with marijuana. Marijuana has many names and comes in different potencies, flavors, and the uses may vary. Marijuana is grown in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Caribbean, and Asia. It can be cultivated both indoor and in outdoor settings. Some people call it outdoor, bud, pot, herb, or even skunk because of its smell. Its many variants have different effects on the body. A statistic quoted from the CDC: marijuana is the most commonly used federal illegal drug in the United States. About 48.2 million people, or about 18% of Americans, have used it at least once in 2019. Now that we have laid some ground, let's talk about why it should be legalized. Marijuana can solve a lot of the economic struggle that is happening right here in the United States if it was open to cultivate more than under the restrictions it has currently. It would create jobs such as dispensaries, farms, manufacturing, and also packaging. There are so many ways to create wealth with marijuana. It's just needing to be legalized to stop police from the petty stops and charging people with crimes when they could really be doing other things, such as stopping pedophiles, murderers, and sex traffickers. It would also create community by bringing together the smokers and the non smokers, having an open forum that would not only give back to the community, but educate the non smokers on its positive effects on certain medical disorders such as epilepsy or PTSD. Me personally, I have had PTSD, I have depression, anxiety, things such as those. Um, I go to therapy and they are suggesting to use medicinal marijuana, but in the state of Texas, it's really hard to get a medical card. So, you have to really be careful because of all the legalities that medical marijuana has currently. Only about 28 states in the United States have decriminalized it, but not legalized it. Marijuana is still climbing up the totem pole of becoming more acceptable. In many ways, the use of marijuana has its benefits to not only society but to the economy. People could bond over the creation of generational wealth, providing more knowledge about the growth and use of marijuana. Just remember that not everything is deemed illegal should be considered illegal, especially when it has powerful healing benefits. Um, Again, from my perspective, I have been in different states such as California, um, Minnesota, and Florida. Um, Recreational use is pretty much okay in those states. So, um, knowing the experience of what it feels like to use marijuana also gives me insight on why I feel that it should be legalized because it does give way to create wealth within a community by being able to teach people how to grow, how to garden, how to maintain sustainability so that they can produce income for their families. I just feel that Marijuana is a very good thing to have, so legalizing it, should be one of the first things that we should do in the United States.